You're bleeding power every time you speak to fill an uncomfortable silence. In the game of social chess, your words are currency, and you're spending yours far too cheaply. Today, we're weaponizing the void. Learn the 5 laws of Machiavellian silence to reclaim your authority and become truly untouchable. If you find these insights helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join our community for more deep dives into dark psychology. Chapter 1. The Law of Information Asymmetry. In every conversation, there is a hidden exchange of power. Most people view talking as a way to connect, but in the realm of strategic power, talking is often how you lose. The law of information asymmetry is simple. The person who knows the most, but says the least, wins. Think of your words as pieces of a map to your inner world. When you over-explain your motives, your fears, or your plans, you are handing that map over to everyone in the room. You are essentially telling others exactly how to manipulate you, how to predict your moves, and where your boundaries are weak. Most people feel an intense, almost physical urge to fill a silent gap in a conversation. They get nervous. To ease that tension, they start rambling. They reveal secrets, they brag, or they complain. By consciously choosing to remain silent, you force the other person to fill the void. This is where the magic happens. While they are busy talking to settle their own nerves, they are giving you a mountain of data. You are learning their insecurities and their intentions without giving away a single thing about yourself. You become a black hole. Information goes in, but nothing comes out. This creates an immediate imbalance. They feel exposed, while you remain a mystery. This isn't about being rude, it's about being precise. When you do eventually speak, your words will carry 10 times the weight because they are rare and backed by observation. You aren't just participating in a conversation, you are auditing it. If you are finding these insights valuable and want to master the hidden mechanics of social power, consider subscribing to the channel. Joining this community ensures you never miss the tools you need to build your internal empire. When you master this first law, you stop being a predictable open book. You start becoming a strategist. You realize that silence isn't just the absence of noise, it is the presence of control. You are no longer bleeding power. You are collecting it one quiet moment at a time. Chapter 2. The Law of Calculated Mystery. There is a natural human instinct to solve puzzles. When something is hidden or slightly out of reach, our brains obsess over it. Most people destroy their own influence by being too available and too easy to read. They share every thought, post every meal, and explain every decision. By doing this, they become common. And in the world of power, anything common is cheap. The law of calculated mystery is about using silence to create a vacuum. When you stop explaining yourself, people naturally begin to fill in the blanks with their own imagination. Because humans tend to fear what they don't understand, they will often project a sense of strength and authority onto you that you didn't even have to claim. Your silence acts as a mirror, reflecting their own insecurities back at them, while keeping your true nature hidden. Imagine you are in a meeting or a social gathering. Instead of jumping in to agree or offer an opinion, you simply listen and observe. When someone asks for your thoughts, you give a brief, polished answer and then return to silence. This creates a presence that words cannot buy. People will start to wonder, what is he thinking? What does she know that I don't? Why is he so calm? This mystery is your shield. It prevents others from finding your buttons or knowing exactly how to provoke you. You become a moving target. By saying less than necessary, you appear deeper and more sophisticated than those who feel the need to shout for attention. You aren't just a person in a room, you are a riddle that everyone feels the need to solve. The more you practice this, the more you will see the power dynamics shift. People will start to tread more carefully around you. They will seek your approval more earnestly. By withdrawing your words, you increase your value. You are teaching the world that your thoughts are a luxury, not a commodity. Chapter 3, The Law of Emotional Detachment. The greatest leak of power happens through your reactions. When you react instantly to a slight, an insult, or a provocation, you are essentially telling the world that someone else holds the remote control to your emotions. You become a puppet, dancing to the rhythm of whoever knows how to pull your strings. The law of emotional detachment is the practice of using silence to cut those strings forever. In most social conflicts, people expect a reaction. If they insult you, they expect anger. If they pressure you, they expect defensive explanations. By meeting their heat with your cold silence, you neutralize their energy. Silence is the ultimate no because it offers the aggressor nothing to hold on to. You are essentially refusing to play the game they started. This creates a powerful form of psychological friction. When someone tries to provoke you and you remain emotionally unreachable, they are the ones who end up feeling foolish and out of control. Think of silence as a protective barrier. It gives you a crucial buffer between a stimulus and your response. In that gap, you find your sovereignty. While others are losing their heads and revealing their weaknesses through emotional outbursts, you are standing still. This calm creates an aura of invincibility. It signals that your internal peace is not for sale and cannot be disrupted by external noise. When you master the art of being unreachable, you stop being a victim of your environment. You start to see provocations for what they really are, desperate attempts by others to feel powerful. By staying silent and detached, you keep your cards close to your chest and your dignity intact. You aren't just ignoring the person, you are dismissing the entire dynamic they are trying to create. You remain the master of your own mental empire, standing firm while the storms of other people's drama blow right past you. Chapter 4, The Law of Social Chess. Social interaction is rarely just about the words being spoken. It is about the positioning of the players. In the game of social chess, most people lose because they move too fast. They feel the need to justify their presence, defend their choices, or win every minor argument. The law of social chess teaches you that the most effective move is often the one you don't make. Silence is the waiting move that forces your opponent to overextend themselves. When you use silence as a strategic tool, you are essentially controlling the pace of the game. If someone asks you a difficult question or tries to trap you in a corner, a long, deliberate pause is more unsettling than any clever comeback. In that silence, the other person begins to doubt their own position. They start to wonder if they have offended you, if they are wrong, or if you know something they don't. Because they cannot read your reaction, they often start talking to fix the mistake they think they've made, frequently giving up ground or revealing their hidden motives in the process. This law is also about the art of ignoring. Not every move by an opponent deserves a response. By choosing what to acknowledge and what to disregard, you set the hierarchy. When you ignore a toxic comment or a passive-aggressive jab, you are signaling that the person's attempt to influence you is beneath your notice. You are effectively removing them from the board. Mastering social chess means understanding that power flows to the person who is most comfortable with stillness. While others are sweating over their next sentence, you are observing the entire board from a distance. You aren't just playing the game, you are the one defining the rules. By staying quiet and choosing your moments with surgical precision, you ensure that when you finally do move, it is decisive and undeniable. Chapter 5, The Law of the Sovereign Self. The final and most profound level of Machiavellian silence is not about how you deal with others, but how you handle yourself. Most people are in a constant state of internal noise. They are driven by an endless need for validation, a fear of being forgotten, and an impulse to explain their worth to a world that isn't really listening. The law of the sovereign self is the ultimate transformation. It is the moment you stop seeking external approval and find total quiet within your own mind. When you become a sovereign leader of your own life, silence becomes your sanctuary, rather than just a tactic. You no longer feel the desperate itch to prove you are right or the need to win every social exchange. This internal stillness is what makes you truly untouchable. While others are exhausted by the friction of trying to maintain their public image, you are conserving your energy. You understand that your power does not come from the noise you make, but from the depth of your foundations. This sovereign silence protects your vision and your goals. By not speaking about your grand plans before they are finished, you prevent the energy of those plans from being dissipated through cheap talk. You keep the fire of your ambition contained until it is ready to be revealed as a finished result. People can argue with your words, but they cannot argue with your outcomes. By remaining silent until the work is done, you present the world with a reality they have no choice but to respect. Ultimately, the goal of mastering silence is to reach a state where you are no longer a puppet to your environment. You are the architect of your own empire, and your silence is the wall that keeps the distractions and the critics at bay. You have moved beyond the need to participate in the petty dramas of the crowd. You have entered the ranks of the elite who know that the loudest person in the room is often the weakest, while the one who has mastered the void is the one who truly reigns. True power doesn't need to shout, it simply exists. By mastering these 5 laws, you've taken the first step toward building an unbreakable internal empire. If you are ready to stop reacting and start leading, show your commitment to the path of mastery. Subscribe to the channel to join our ranks and comment, "I am untouchable," below to signal your transformation. The game has changed. Now, let your silence do the talking.